What is good, everybody? Gamer Critic back with yet another Why I'm Buying, and today we are talking about Clair Obscur Expedition 33. So Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a new turn-based action RPG being developed by Sandfall Interactive. It releases on April 24th, 2025 for PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series, and PC. It is also coming to Game Pass, which is worth noting. I want to start out by saying this. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 might actively be one of the most unique games I've seen in a very long time. I'm not the only one to think so. The second we saw Clair Obscur Expedition 33, everybody was hooked. I remember everyone saw that trailer and just said collectively, we are so in. And it just feels like every trailer I've seen leading up to the full release of this game has managed to get me even more interested. And the craziest part, guys, this is the first game from this development team. Can you believe that? Everything I have seen from Clair Obscur Expedition 33 looks unique. Like, my God, just start with the story of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Clair Obscur might have one of the most original concepts I have ever heard. And I mean that. I don't think I've ever heard a hook for a game story that gets you as bad as Clair Obscur's. I would bet that if you were to tell someone just a synopsis of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, you could at least get them interested in what this game is trying to do. So, in case you don't know, every single year, a mysterious entity called the Paintress awakens. It paints a number on the canvas, and every person alive whose age matches the number, they die instantly. This happens every single year, and no one knows why. And this year, the number just happens to be 33. Hence, Expedition 33, a last-ditch effort to try and confront the Paintress and end the suffering once and for all. By that hook alone, that is incredible. That is such a unique hook. I can't believe it. And it's such a great hook. You want to know why it's such a great hook? It's a great hook because it leaves you with the most important thing a story needs. Questions. I am fascinated because I have so many fucking questions. Like, who is the Paintress? How did she get there? Why is she writing the number lower? How the hell are these group of humans going to stop what is essentially a god? I want to go into this story to find out how all of this is going to unfold. I want to learn more about the characters and how anyone can even learn to live in such a fucked up world. In fact, the characters themselves I really respect because they are actual adults, closer to the younger side of adults. But these guys are adults, and based off what we've seen from cutscenes and their interactions with each other, it looks like they are going to address the situation and address each other as said adults. What I really like about the characters here is that all of them seem to be very well layered in the sense of such a hopeless situation. All of them are viewing this stuff differently. You have Gustav, who is the protagonist, who is leading the mission, but almost like unwillingly. Like he kind of gives off an impression and a look that he's just tired. And then you got Loon, someone who is significantly more brash and someone who is in it to win it. She is doing this expedition because she knows people are counting on her. And she feels that the expedition takes priority over feelings. And we've seen some cutscenes between Gustav and Loon having really damn deep conversations, and it's not in inherently a negative and mean way. They're talking about what's the right way to approach this situation, you know, like adults do. And I feel like if we can expect that from all of the characters, then I feel like this is going to be a damn good story that not only do I want to see how the characters play off each other, I just want to know how they are possibly going to make it through a fucking hopeless situation. I can tell that this is probably going to be a really sad game, but I'll be damned if I'm not really interested to find out. But Clair Obscur has way more to offer than just a good story. There is also the fucking look of the game. And this is what I'm talking about. Every aspect of this game in some way is just different or unique or unlike something you don't see very often. Like, look at this game. The world of Clair Obscur and how it looks is fascinating. The development team said that they were trying to go for something that is more along the lines of a living oil painting. It's supposed to be a slight level of realism mixed with surrealist and impressionist art, and that is such a perfect way to describe it because that's exactly what it gives off, like a purely surreal hellscape. And not only does this game look great, you're gonna be going to several different areas. My personal favorite, this surreal, slow-moving environment where gravity is almost non-existent and the movement has this fluid, dream-like design to it. It makes it feel as if you're underwater, but you're actually not, and everything is stylized and paced as if you're exploring the ocean floor. It is, in lack of a better word, incredible. Not to mention, you get all that and a fantastic soundtrack to boot. And then you have the combat. Between the story and the visuals, all that stuff is important too. But if you don't have good combat, then all of that stuff can really be pushed to the wayside. And still, Clair Obscur is popping off. So the combat is turn-based with each party member acting at one time, but there's real-time interaction during the enemy turns where you need to dodge, parry, and block incoming attacks manually. I always love games that do this because it really adds that extra layer to the RPG. You have to perfectly time the blocks and evades to mitigate the damage. So you're constantly trying to stay aware of what's going on around you. And mind you, this is not a game where you should be tanking hits, right? You are going to be given several opportunities to dodge and block attacks, and doing those has a serious risk reward to it, where if you get hit, you'll get hit with a lot of damage. But if you manage to dodge or block at the right time, then you may get a chance to open up a critical window for a counterattack. There seems to be a lot of layer and strategizing behind Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and with all that, I didn't even take a second to talk about the world, the exploration. I appreciate that Clair Obscur isn't a massive open world. As much as I love open world games, I can appreciate when something is linear, and that's what Clair Obscur is. It's more along the lines of, say, like God of War 2018, where it's more linear with several interconnected zones, all with their own visual identities and secrets and stuff to find. And the developers themselves said that Clair Obscur is looking at about like a 30-hour story, but the actual game, it can reach 50 to 60 hours if you choose to go and explore and find collectibles. There are memories and relics and painted echoes that will greatly expand the lore of the world. But do you see what I mean? Clair Obscur Expedition 33, it's a game that seems to be popping off from every cylinder. From the story having an incredible hook, to the characters actually seeming extremely layered and well written, incredibly fun looking, real-time, turn-based combat. A world that is just unlike anything I have seen visually in a long time, matched with a beautiful soundtrack and a packed world with stuff to do that isn't too daunting. I still can't fathom the fact that this is coming from a studio that has only ever made this one game. Because everything that we have seen from Clair Obscur Expedition 33, it looks like something that is so unique, so well polished, so well written that it could easily pass as a AAA game. It is something that just impresses the hell out of me. Clair Obscur just looks like straight Game of the Year material. I'll just come out and say it. Of course we have to wait and see, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't be shocked if this game ends up blowing everyone away and this game is in the talks for Game of the Year 2025. Because just based off everything we have seen, I think we are going to be getting something really fucking special. And that is why I'm buying Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Thank you guys so much for watching. This game is going to be something else, man. And I hope Sandfall gets all the respect and all the success that they deserve. This stuff here, other studios needs to take notes. This is true originality, and I fuck with it hard. But thank you for watching. My next video, I'm making a review on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Fucking fantastic game. I'll keep you posted on it. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. It helps a ton. If you want to stay up to date with what I'm doing, follow me on Instagram. That's @thegamercritic. Be good people, and I will talk to all of you very soon. All right, peace.